Hi, my name is Peter Shin. I'm the supervising director on Family Guy. Today I'll be drawing few characters from Family Guy's It's a Trap. I'm going to start with Chris as Luke Skywalker.
I'll never join the dark side. You failed, Your Highness. I'm a Jedi like my father before me.
All right, let's everybody just calm the fuck down.
First, when you start drawing any characters, you want to size out the proportions first. So I usually start with the character's head. So I would sort of rough out Chris's head here. And after that, I sort of figure out how many heads tall he is. So he's about 3 heads tall. So I would sort of rough that out. So at this point, I'm sort of thinking about what kind of pose he will be doing. Instead of maybe doing sort of static pose, which is sort of non-action pose, I think today I'll draw an action pose instead. Let's say he's going to be carrying or holding a lightsaber. I draw his arms. So at this point, you should draw your drawing sort of loose so you can sort of get a feel of what the pose should be. So you can sort of ad-lib as you go or make up as you go. I'm having him sort of lean forward with the lightsaber like that. And if you're having a hard time getting to this point, then, you know, my other suggestion would be, again, the head, and then about 3 heads tall. You can even literally do it as a stick figure. You can draw a line for his body, for his leg, his arm, like that. So I could start with this. So now I sort of go into his head and put some detail on there. Start with the eyes, put the other eye in there. I'm putting a crosshair here to show where his nose is going to be. His nose is sort of way up towards his eyes. And then I'm sort of giving him sort of angry eyebrows to give him sort of expression here. And then his mouth, just indicate where, you know, it's sort of in the bottom portions of his face. And then draw his body. So fill in sort of his arms, his legs. And his waist. So now that I have this, I will go ahead and throw a clean sheet of paper over it. And at home, if you don't have these peg bars where you have these holes that you can put it into, you could just use like a clip. You could just clip your drawing like that so it stays in place. And then now I'm going to go in and do the details. I usually start with the eyes. So I would then his eyeballs. Then I draw in the shape of his face, his top of his hair. So I'm filling in some of the detail now. His mouth. It's a little easier because you have this rough drawing there, so you're sort of putting in the details while you're putting the proportions and the correct gesture that he's doing. So I'm putting in his belt, Like you can put like little detail and his pants. I'm gonna put in his boots. Something like that, and of course the lightsaber. And maybe you can just put a shadow underneath just to give him planted on the ground. So that was my rough, and here's sort of a clean-up drawing of it. So that's Chris as Luke Skywalker.
Hey, you got a good hand guy, right?
Next, I'm going to show you how to draw Lois as Princess Leia in her slave